Hi guys, so today I'm here to do a season preview with someone who's probably appropriately dressed for his own climate, but not really for Christmas. It's Forewarn00.
Hey!
Or Kieran, if you know him, is that.
Yeah, it's not as hot today, it's like overcast at the moment.
Well, so you probably are like dressed appropriately
Yeah,
for
probably.
winter weather.
Yeah.
Redundant opening. Anyway, like I said, we're going to be talking through the new season stuff, and it's a bit late to be doing this, I guess, but
Yeah,
what do you want?
it's...
It's been
well...
Christmas.
Just kind of realized, it's like, oh shit, probably should get this video done
Yeah,
and out
pretty
there.
much.
We,
Organising this has been hell. So,
I think it's a miracle this will get done, but
yeah, so we're going to talk about some anime and maybe it'll be good. But
hopefully.
we're really massively misinformed on everything, apparently, so...
Well, I guess we'll, talk about the series we have planned, or at least we have like 23, so...
we have a lot. There's going to be a part 2 on his channel too, so you should totally go and check that out, because it's going to be great.
I don't know, I think by then we might have got into the groove of this, and it might be better.
I reckon we would have fallen into like this pit of insanity by the time we actually managed to get around to doing that video.
Well, we're gonna be here all day if we don't talk about all these. We have a
Yeah.
lot, and I don't think we'll actually. I might watch 2 of these if I'm onto it this season.
It all depends how it goes, but we'll start off
Yeah, yeah.
with something that you want to talk about.
Well, the first series is Savanna Game, and I don't. I can't. Do you know who even produces this, Ebbie? Because I can't
I
find it
have
like anywhere.
no idea. No
Yeah,
clue.
I think there are a few question marks about this because we don't know if it's gonna actually come out this season. But it's been on lists, and it seems like it may. But it looks pretty interesting. It kind of feels like it's going to be a battle royale series from the synopsis that I read. But it looks like
Yeah.
it's kind of going to be like Hunger Games crossed with like Jumanji. It's really odd. It's like
I think I think the reason that it sort of like grabbed my attention was because it kind of reminded me a little bit of Mirai Nikki.
yeah,
And a lot of
yeah,
people liked Mirai Nikki. I liked it too, but it just sort of left me with this big gap of wanting something else to fill in that void, if you know what I mean.
yeah. I really liked Midnight Nikki, and I liked the first episode so much. I went and read all the manga for it, and I was kind of disappointed with the end of the anime. But I
Yeah.
recently watched and read. Have you heard of Battle Royale before?
Yes. I've seen
Yeah,
the film anyway.
yeah, I saw that. I downloaded that, and I was kind of disappointed. But this, yeah, it looks similar to that in a way, and the
So it could
whole
be good.
it may be, yeah. And I read in the synopsis like battles spanning the space-time continuum, so it could get. That's why I say Jumanji when I say this because, it,
Yeah.
but
It's gonna be
hopefully it'll be
great.
good. I think it'll be one of those shows where it might just turn out to be really, really poor. Well, I guess moving on, you have Tamako Market to talk about?
Yes, I'm going to be talking a little bit about Tamako Market because I don't actually know all that much about it. If you know me at all, you will know that I am a huge Kyoto Animation fan. I love K-On!, Lucky Star, Haruhi. I'm still watching Chunibyo at the minute, so I'm behind on that, but I really enjoy it.
Yeah, same with me.
Um,
I'm behind on that.
yeah, I need to get around to like watching and reviewing that at some point in the future.
Yeah.
And really, I decided I was going to watch this anime before there was anything about it out there, and I haven't actually looked if there is any more information about it. So,
I think what interests me is that I think they play badminton, which I love badminton.
oh yeah, of course you said this. It looks like it's going to be another kind of K-On! Anime more than like
Yeah,
Haruhi Suzumiya. It looks like it's going to not really have too much of a plot, but that's okay because it's going to be nice and easy to watch, and you can just jump in and out of it. And I think that's what appeals to me about a lot of Kyoani shows,
yeah. It's that kind of slice of life kind of quality.
for
It,
sure.
I think at the worst it'll probably just be average. Yeah. I think with
Yeah,
Kyoane shows, yeah.
they don't tend to do everything badly. They at least get a couple things right. Like, if the story is not there, it will have great animation and sound, and if the animation isn't there, it'll have a great story instead, you know, because Clanad.
Yeah. I really want to go back and watch Clanad, actually. I
Have you
love
not
that
seen
show.
it yet?
I want to go
I was
back. I want to
gonna
go
say.
back, yeah, because I loved it when I watched it.
I can't watch it again. It breaks my heart every time. Anyway, shall we move on to the next show?
Yep, I believe it is. I'll need help pronouncing this. It's Bakumatsu Gijinden Roman, and
Just put that
really
word
the
on
only
the screen.
thing getting me about this show is it's the guy behind the character design. Also, you'll recognize him from Lupin the Third, and it looks like
Are you gonna put pictures in when you edit this? Because this needs to have illustrations.
yeah, I'll do stuff like that. It seems like he's kind of phoned this one in and just taken all when you see an artist, of course you'll see like their vibes on their work, every other work they'll do, but this one seems like he just straight like ripped Lupin the Third and put it in
Put
the
a beard on
series.
him.
Yeah.
Put a beard on him. You got a new character.
Yeah.
It actually kind of looks interesting. I must have like totally overlooked it when I was looking at the series list, but I might give this a watch.
Yeah,
I'm not too
it says
sure.
it's taking place in 19th century Kyoto, and it could be. It even talks about like a worldwide, nationwide conspiracy. So it might get pretty intriguing, but like the Lupin the Third anime, which I thought was really, really well done, it kind of just lost my attention like halfway through. So I'm not sure if this will do the same.
Hopefully not. I'm always hoping for good series, but you know, I'm not exactly hoping for bad ones. So
I don't know who. Apparently the people that produce this also produce Bakugan Battle Brawlers. So
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so good.
well, I love that show. I can't whenever it's on Cartoon Network, I have to watch it.
I've never seen it. I've honestly never seen it because it
I
looks
think
like
I will.
Beyblade.
It's like horrible Beyblades. Then again,
How could
Beyblade
you
wasn't
possibly
really
do Beyblade? Hey, I only am allowed to say bad things about Beyblade. I love that show. Love that show way too much.
Well, next show is something that Ebbie, you'll probably have a lot to talk about, is Boku wa Tomodachi ga Sukunai next, which is the second season of Boku wa Tomodachi ga Sukunai, and I assume probably will be one of the most popular shows coming out this season. So, what do you have to say about this?
I will not be watching this show because Bokutomo sucked really badly. Like, considering how many people before it came out were going to be like, oh, this show's going to be amazing, it's based on this amazing light novel and it's going to be so great and all this. I watched it and thought it was thoroughly average and...
Yeah, I agree with you on the average part. I watched it after watching Ore no Imo, and I really, really loved that show. But this one, I only liked how it looked. I felt the characters were all really, really boring. I like the main character,
The main character
but
was kind of the only character that was bearable because I think the thing that ruined it for me was the characters. I gotta be honest,
yeah.
because all of the characters had these like quirks about them that were just not good quirks. Like you had the really bitchy one, and she was a horrible character.
Yeah, and then you like wasn't she just like Ash Ketchum at in the flashbacks? And turns out she was like his best friend, and
Spoilers.
I remember like the 8-year-old was she like 8 years old, which is like a nun?
Oh, she was like there was the 8-year-old nun. There was the Lolita girl in it who thought she was.
Yeah, she was his sister, the main character's sister.
Yeah.
That was those are all the type of characters that I find like kind of amusing at first glance, but I don't think would be able to hold a show. Yeah, if you know what I mean.
Alright. I never made a review on Bokutomo because I knew it would just piss way too many people off, but it wasn't my thing. If you liked it, that's fine. You'll probably enjoy this next series, but I'm not going to be watching it.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I didn't like about the show, but there was definitely a lot of stuff that I didn't like about it because it was one of those things that was like a chore to watch, I guess. which isn't how it should be. So.
Well, it's been a while after the first series, and I think I'll probably end up watching this just because I didn't mind the first season of it, and it looked really, really nice. I like because it's also got the same art design as Orenoi Mo, and hopefully it's better. I don't know if it will be, but I guess
If
I'll
it
convince.
is better, let me know, and I might
Yeah,
give it a
I'll
watch and
I'll
see if
convince
it's.
you to get into it, or I'll trick you.
God, you're just gonna be like, it's great, it's fantastic, it's the
It's
best
the best,
series
it's the
ever,
best thing ever.
and I'll watch it, and I'll be like, you lied. This is exactly the same as season 1.
Next we have.
Sasami-san Ganbaranai.
Yeah, this seems to me like the female version of Welcome to the NHK, which I don't think is a bad thing because I love that show.
As soon as I saw this on the list, I looked at the producers and I was like, yep. Didn't even read the synopsis,
Yeah.
just yep. Shaft are excellent. They're so great at what they do. And
I wonder how they'll.
sounds.
I wonder how they'll play this one though, because like the last series they've done, especially you have that Sensei one with the guy that's always
Oh,
depressed.
Sayonara Zetsubo
Yeah.
Sensei. That's what I was about to compare it to because
Yeah.
it sounds a lot like that.
Yeah, you have
Well,
that,
not a lot like that, but same
and
style.
you have that, and you have like Bakumatsu, and I wonder if it'll be like really text heavy and dialogue, because
I hope not, because I think that's a really unique thing to that series.
yeah.
But
You
I'm
find
not
that
too
with
sure.
Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei that they switched art style tons of that, and there's also tons of dialogue, and you can draw the comparisons between like the Bakumonogatari and Zetsubo Sensei just because of how Shaft choose to do their anime, and I wonder if it'll be like
Yeah.
that. I
I
hope it
think it
doesn't
might
switch
have
art style.
like calls to it in like animation style, but I don't
Yeah.
think it'll be the same dialogue wise. I think it's going to be more similar to Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei in the fact that it might be a bit more comedic than Bakumonogatari is.
Yeah, I hope it'd be good if it's a middle ground. There's also a Hikikomori in Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei.
Yeah, there was the
Which-
girl who lived in the cupboards.
Yeah, and then she had like a bath with the teacher, which I found odd in a scene. But that whole series was about
That
weirdness.
series was strange.
Uh,
Strange is a word that I will use quite confidently with that.
I was gonna I was gonna watch both of the seasons side by side, but I couldn't after how like I loved the first season, but it was just so weird. I couldn't handle it.
I love Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei so much, but I have only seen the first season because it's just one
Yeah.
of those things that I have to sort of forget about before I can watch it again, and then I can enjoy it thoroughly and just
Yeah,
be like, oh, I remember this. This was like one of the quirks of the series. But this
Yeah,
isn't a
I
talk
agree.
about Sasami-san. This is just a talk about Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei. It's great. Go and watch it.
well, most Shaft stuff is at least interesting and kind of artsy, so I think it's worth a look in.
Yes.
It's not for everyone though. That's how Shaft generally tends to do the anime. I feel.
I know a lot of people don't like their animation style, and it's
Yeah.
just something that puts them off straight away because it's really different. Like, you'll have solid things that won't move on, like, people's clothes, like textures and stuff. As the character moves, it'll just be like they're moving along a green screen or something. Like,
Yeah.
that's the only way I can sort of describe it, and that was one of the things that one of my best friends was like, I don't like that, I'm not watching any more of their shows. That's a shame, you're missing out.
Yeah. Okay, next we have.
Ore no Kanajo is what we're going to talk about next. It's got a long name. I don't know much about this. I think it's by A1 Pictures, which is one of the reasons that I'm interested in watching it, because I like their animation style, and now that they're done with like Sword Art Online, I feel like I want something else to watch by them, because I really enjoy their character designs and animation
Yeah.
style and sound and stuff like that. I just think it's all really well done.
I think this will turn out very slice of lifey. I feel. I just.
Well, they do slice of life really well, because they did Working as well, which was a fantastic slice of life show.
I saw the first episode of season 2 of Working, and I haven't got back into it since. And it looks really fun, that series. So I have to.
It's fun.
go
It's
back
not
to it.
anything serious, and I'm hoping that's what this is going to be. I don't know whether it's got like
Yeah.
an overarching plot of it being like a harem or anything, which I hope not, but probably yes.
It looks like that so far. I think basically the main character goes into high school with the aspiration to go to medical school, and one of the main, I guess, female characters is this lady with silver hair, which was interesting, straight up just because of the hair color. But but it looks hopefully it's decent.
It looks okay. It's not going to
Yeah.
be anything spectacular, I don't think, but
Oh, I'm gonna
there
call
are
you.
other things that are coming out
I'm
this
gonna call
season
you out
that...
on that when it is spectacular.
No. I'm going to put annotations if it's aired and it's amazing, so if you see them, I was wrong, okay? But there are going to be some excellent things out this season, and I'm really excited about the next one that's on the list, so I'm going to
Oh,
segue into that one, which will
yeah.
be Chihayafuru Season 2, and I'm so excited for this. Did you watch Season 1?
I saw the first episode and I thought I like the main character like instantly. She's got a really good
Yeah.
energy to her.
Yeah,
But apart from that,
definitely.
I haven't got back to that. I do. It's on my plan to watch though. I like everything else, but I plan to get back to it.
Well, I'll explain the story of it really briefly. Basically, Chihayafuru is about a girl called Chihaya who absolutely loves the card game character, which isn't like a Yu-Gi-Oh style card game. It's a traditional Japanese game where you'll hear like a verse of a Japanese poem or something, and you'll have to pick the card off the thing. Is as far as I remember. I could be horrifically wrong, but it's a really, really competitive sport. This is actually technically classed as a sport anime, but it's a josei show, so it's my demographic, which is great. And it's basically her trying to be... I think she's trying to become, like, the best character player, because character's kind of exclusive to Japan, so if she's the best in Japan, she'll be the best in the world, and that's what she wants out of it, I think. It's such a good show. I can't recommend it enough. I think if you haven't seen Season 1, it's on Crunchyroll, so you should go and watch it, because it's so good. Yep, can't wait for Season 2. I never thought it would happen as well, because the sales of this show were so terrible.
Really, I'm surprised
Yeah,
because
it was...
it looks really good actually. But you know, you have those kind of series that sometimes just don't
I
do
think
well.
it just sort of must have slipped under the radar or something, because it was
Yeah,
such a good show.
I wouldn't be surprised
And
actually.
I am really excited about Season 2. If I watch nothing else, I will watch this for sure.
Well, I might catch up. And do you know the date this comes out actually?
Early January sometime. So you got time.
Yeah, yeah.
You got time
I'll
to
probably
go and watch them on
Crunchyroll makes
Crunchyroll.
it pretty easy. It's on Xbox now, so I can watch it from the comfort of my living room.
Ooh. Even though you have like a tablet and a PC, and
Yeah, I have.
you could watch it pretty much anywhere.
Watched it on my iPod. I have a lot of ways. Okay, next we
Prepared.
have
Oh, I'm
probably
so
one of the
excited
most
for the next
interesting
one.
shows. It's Ganbare Lulu Lolo, which is something that looks very, very interesting and something that I will probably watch episode 1 of, and it might weird me out and I might not watch any more, but I'll definitely check it
Okay.
out. Can you
Um,
explain more, Ebbie?
Ganbare Lulu is about a pair of twins who just happen to be bears.
Just a coincidence.
One being called Lulu and one being called Lolo, and I think it's kind of like a kids' educational show in Japan. But if you know anything about me at all, you will know that I absolutely love cute things and cute things doing cute things. And
I swear, whenever a bear series comes out, I just have to I
I'll
have to
watch it.
ask you because you'll know instantly about everything about that series.
Yeah, I'll watch it. I'll watch it. I'll love it. It could be the worst thing in the world, but if it's got a bear in it, it'll be amazing. And if it's got a panda in it, it'll probably be in my top anime of the year.
I think it like I've got to I said like the comparison to Paddington Bear like five
Paddington
times in the
Bear, yeah.
series. Yeah, because they wear
Yeah.
like raincoats and it looks very very similar. And if you don't know, that's a I don't know how
So
was Paddington Bear big in
cute.
in America? I have no clue. I don't know if
I
Japan
don't
was
know. It
big
was
either.
definitely big over here. It
Yeah,
was
it
definitely,
was
definitely
huge
big
in
over
like
here.
be huge in the UK and by extension New Zealand, Commonwealth and shit like that. So
Yeah.
I always remember Paddington Bear, and the aesthetic looks very, and even the art style. I like how just from the picture it looks like it's very kind of I don't even know how to explain like very patchwork. Do you?
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
what I like about it. It's not. I don't think it's going to be like 20-minute long things. I think it's going to be 2 minutes an episode. I've got to be honest.
yeah. But
Um,
there have been like recently Poyo Poyo. Did you end up catching that? It's
I
on
never did. It
Crunchyroll.
was about the cat
You
that thinks it's a
yeah.
pincushion or something. A cushion or
It's a
something,
cat
right?
that's like a cushion. and it's adorable.
I've had so
And
many people recommend that to me. It's not
oh,
even
it's
funny. I should
I'm not
definitely
like
watch
I'm not
it.
even joking when I say it's really really good. It's actually really funny, and I think it's probably one of the best like short anime you can watch. Hopefully it's as good as Puyo Puyo.
Hopefully,
Um,
it's as good as Chibi Devi.
oh, going on to a 40th
Bringing it
episode.
back. Bringing it back. It's been a year since that. It's been a year of making fun of you for Chibi Devil.
Chibi Devil, it's great. It's just I love it. I'm gonna put that on my top anime on my anime list.
Oh, I hope you do like best
People
anime of the year
people
video.
just I would have watched that. No, I don't know if I go that far, but people just stopped subbing it, and I wasn't gonna wait months on end for one episode.
1 2-minute episode that would blow your mind.
But it was just the
Um,
worst thing ever.
I watched episode 1 and I was like, why is this baby a dinosaur now?
And he gets powers from the costumes he wears. That's just the most adorable thing ever.
Chibi Devi. That's the topic now. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to Ganbare Lulu Lolo because it's a cute thing. If you didn't know that I like cute things and you have series with pandas in to send to me, do it.
The only anime series I can think that have pandas in them would be Persona 4 and Polar Bear Cafe. What are the other ones?
And Nerima Daikon Brothers had a panda in, and it was called Pandaikon. That show is amazing. It's a musical. The anime is literally a musical.
Okay, so next we have moving on from
Next.
Chibi Devil. We have Cuticle Detective Inaba, and I learned today what a cuticle was. It is actually the thing on your nail. I didn't think it was a word, but it is. Thank you, Ebbie, for teaching me.
This thing. It's like, what does cuticle mean? Ugh, I'm so disenfranchised with life. I'm like, it's the thing on your nail.
I thought it was like actually, no,
Like a
like they would
cute-
they'd taken the word cute and making it something
Yeah.
else.
They
That's what
might
I
have done
thought.
that, to be fair, because it is Japanese, you know. I don't think they know what cuticle means, or if they do. Not Japanese people in general, just digging myself out of that
Oh.
one right there. No, I don't think they looked up the meaning of this. Like, they heard the word cuticle and thought, oh, that's a great idea for an anime. We'll put that in the title.
I seriously
I'm sorry
had to
if
go
I've
to
offended
Wikipedia
anyone.
after I was told that this was a word. But do you know what it's about? It doesn't. When I look at it, I don't look at the picture. The first thing I don't think about. Oh, there we go. That's the thing on my nail. Like.
No. It's like this red-headed detective, is it? Like boy detective?
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Okay, the reason I want to watch this is, again, the production studio, which is something I need to stop doing. But, the production studio are Zex, I think? Zex? Spelt really weirdly.
Oh, actually.
Um,
Yeah, it is.
I'm gonna go on the assumption, yeah. Last season they did the show called Tsukite Inayo, which was something that I totally overlooked for about 3 weeks, and then I started watching it and loved it. And that was the only thing I remember seeing by the studio, so I kind of want to watch this and see if it was just that story, or if the studio are actually pretty decent. So I didn't really look too much into it.
The synopsis is actually pretty fleshed out from what I can see, and the main character has he's got red hair and he's got they look like cat ears or like horn. I don't know, but I'm reading about hair
Yeah.
fetishes. The private
Does he have
detective.
painted nails or anything?
I can't see that, but the private detective Hiroshi Inaba is an artificially created being formed by splicing genes of both a wolf and a human, who gains
There we
information
go.
by tasting and examining people's hair, and pretty much has a hair fetish. He can transform into a wolf-like form in game special. The series doesn't sound as bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah, okay, I remember why I picked this now. Like, I just
It's-
pushed that synopsis right out of my head.
Yeah, it seems like a detective agency kind of series actually, with a half wolf hair fetish main character.
Yep,
Well,
it's either going to be great or it's going to be horrible, and if it's horrible, then I'll stop watching it. I'll say that I'll watch it all, but...
I guess next we can move on to the series I put on this list purely because of the title, and that is Man Girl. And when you hear man girl without any knowledge of the series, you'll be like, it kind of evokes weird images, I'd have to say. But once you hear why
So,
it's called it,
firstly, you got to think for a minute. What could a series called Man Girl be about? Think the thoughts
oh
that
my
we thought,
gosh.
and then we're going to tell you it's actually about a new editor-in-chief on a manga magazine monthly thing, isn't it? Is that right? I
Yeah,
don't know.
so you can understand, like, it's just girls basically making manga. So you can see why they called it man girl, but you understand why it's stupid. So,
Oh, they so
I don't
didn't think that through.
I
I
know. It's
can't.
just I don't think
I,
this isn't gonna be good. Like I'm sorry if I'm wrong actually, but I don't think it can be good after the name Man Girl. They'd put like 2 seconds of thought into that one, and don't probably didn't think anyone that has a grasp of English would pop like know. But it just doesn't make sense. Well, I guess
it does
it's
make
stupid. It's
sense.
silly.
It's kind of offensive if
Man Girl.
if you put it into things like that. But no, it's actually about an editor-in-chief of a manga, so it's not as offensive as you think.
She's a man girl, Ebbie.
Yeah. So next on the list of things that are probably going to be really bad is Good Fairies, which is something Kieran wants to talk about because he's going to love it.
I only put this on the list because of how girly the picture looked and was gonna make fun of you. But
Ah,
this is actually
right.
the
This
sequel.
is
No, this is the sequel for it. There was already like two other series before this actually, and
so
it's a
maybe
direct
it's actually quite
continuation.
good.
It's a direct
Maybe.
continuation of the previous series with full CG about three fairies who ramble over random subjects in three locations. Whoa! It actually says that in three
Oh my god,
locations.
guys! Oh my
They,
god! This is
this is
gonna be intense.
three whole locations, and the studio that are doing this series are called Strawberry Meats Pictures. Not like strawberry meats,
Oh.
not like a meat, like that they're meeting people. Strawberry Meats Pictures, and they've only done Good Fairies, and it's a 15-minute per episode series for children. So automatically
Yeah,
I
I
have
was
to
gonna
watch
say
it.
this has got to be for kids. If it's for adults, then Japan's got some bigger problems.
But
um,
you can expect a first impressions from Ebbie and I very shortly on this.
oh, we should totally do that. We should totally do that. Let's find out where it's subbed right now.
I hope this gets subbed actually, just so I can look at it.
We should do a reaction video to it.
Yeah.
That's what we should do.
Yep. And
So,
we're actually moving on to the movies.
there's so many good movies coming out, you have
Yes.
no idea.
We're talking about three though
so-
in particular that are really good. There are other ones.
I'm
that I
skipping
also
ahead in the
think-
list because there's one that I really want to talk about, and that's
Okay.
the Star Driver movie. Yes, it's the Star Driver movie. I've already expressed how excited I am about the fact that there's a Star Driver movie, and I've been really excited about this for a long time. I'm still probably not going to get to see it for about another year or something like that.
Yeah, it'll take a while.
So I'm needlessly excited about the fact that this movie is a thing. Not even.
Do you know what the plot? What's the plot in regards to this movie? Is it,
I think
an
it takes
adaptation
place
of the
after
series?
the end of it. I
Oh,
think
okay.
it's sort of like a compilation movie with extra bits in it, from
Oh,
what I
sweet.
understand. Which could be good because the series ended on this really weird note. That no one who watched that series enjoyed because they were just like, so then what? Like, the world's safe, yay! Now what? And yeah, I'm hoping for
Yeah.
closure on this series because I miss Star Driver so desperately, and I wanted a season 2, but they're giving me a movie instead, so I will take it.
That's how I feel with Angel Beats. There's one season and they give me a manga instead, which is average.
This movie is probably going to be terrible because the only compilation movies I've ever seen that have been good have been the Gurren Lagann movies, because they added in a lot of little extra bits and stuff, and it was something to keep me watching through the whole thing and not think, oh, I know what's going to happen.
Okay, well the next movie we have, I guess we'll go up. We have Nekomonogatari, which I believe is the adaptation of the 6th book in the Monogatari series, which contains the Tsubasa family arc, talking about the what's her name? Hanekawa Tsubasa. So I think
Yeah.
it's also, yeah, that's the movie. I basically just put this on the list because
Yeah, this
people will be
is.
interested. Yeah, interested
I'm
about the
I'm gonna watch
series.
this. I'm definitely gonna watch this because I liked Bakumonogatari a lot. I thought it was a really really amazing series for what it
Yeah,
was. Like it
yeah,
wasn't interesting in the fact that there was always stuff happening, but the dialogue for it and the art style and stuff was just so interesting. Nisei Monogatari was probably one of my biggest disappointments of this year because of how some of the scenes were, and I just didn't like them.
yeah. I was really disappointed with Nekomonogatari. It was just I found it the characters really lacking, and I thought it was really. I don't like how they decided to span the episodes and space them out. Like they were gonna, they did the Karen B arc and the Sugihi. I think it's
Yeah, the Tsukihi. That was a really really short arc, and I thought it was probably the more interesting of the two. Um, I've never read the light novels, by the way, so.
no, yeah. I liked when they brought in the what was his character? The character that basically gave Karen that B. I forget what
Oh,
his name
that
was.
guy.
He was
I don't
really
remember his
interesting,
name.
and he was probably the best thing to come out of that series. But the worst was
He
those
was not in it.
the worst was those two antagonists at the end that came to
Yeah, they were
like
there for like an
yeah
episode just to be like a plot twist or something, and it wasn't very good.
yeah
Um,
they annoyed me.
but the thing that I did kind of hate about Nisa Monogatari was the incest. The incest scenes made me feel so uncomfortable. Like, and I know people were like, "Oh, but it's just an anime. It's still incest, and it's still really weird." And
Yeah, I
I,
totally agree. That scene really disturbed me. I didn't like it
oh,
really.
it was the toothbrush scene, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was he basically did his sister with the toothbrush. If you haven't seen it, and it's not the most
It
pleasant
was
thing to watch.
no, and I was just watching it in total horror. I don't think Nekomonogatari is going to be like this. I think, from what people have told me, Nisei Monogatari is the worst of the series because it was something
Yeah,
that the
yeah.
author wrote for himself and then published for whatever reason.
I don't like it when I don't when Nisei Mono they do a certain part they do like one thing that kind of makes it like that worsens cheapens the whole series. For me,
Yeah,
that's what did it, and I felt like it was the Bakumonogatari, Monogatari series. It always had that kind of, avert kind of sexuality in a way, but that kind of took it
yeah,
way
that
overboard.
took it a little bit too far, and
Yeah,
it kind of ruined the series for me. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah,
I just wanted to enjoy that series a lot more than I ended up doing. But I think Nekomonogatari, since it's focusing on a more interesting character, might be better.
yeah.
I
I
hope
think
so.
I'm looking forward to it.
It should be good. It should be good. Anyway, we should move on to our last film. Oh no, Exorcist! Oh no, Exorcist!
I'm really excited for this because I
I have
love the manga of Arno
literally,
Exist.
I have literally no idea what this is going to be about.
No, I think it's just from what I can see, it's just an adaptation of just a movie.
Of the
I can't find
manga,
any.
or
Yeah, of the I think it's of the manga because there are things they missed
there
in
are
the
a lot of things
manga.
they missed and
Yeah,
changed, and
yeah,
I think what they really need to do with the Blue Exorcist anime is just say that series was kind of half a mistake. So we're going to scratch it and we're going to start again and we're going to follow the manga, but we're going to do it in about 2 years' time when there's a lot of content for us to do.
yeah. I hope if one series they always talk about series getting like the Brotherhood treatment. I had talked
Yeah,
about they talked about how Soul Eater was going to get one. I hope Soul Eater does, but it'd be awesome if Arno Exist gets a series like that
I
because
think it should because
yeah,
I really enjoyed the anime, but I hadn't read the manga
yeah,
at that point, and then I was like, I'm
yeah.
going to go and read the manga now because I want to, whatever. I want
I read them.
to have
I
more
read
Blue
and watched them side
Exorcist.
by side. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to have more Blue Exorcist in my life, so I just went out and bought like the first 4 volumes of the manga or whatever was out at the time.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. Yeah.
Um, and it is so different. There is so much filler, you realise, in the anime series.
Yep. I
Which is
didn't
kind of
mind the
sad.
filler so much in the
No,
anime
the
though.
filler was
Like,
actually
yeah,
it was okay. It was
yeah.
not
But you kind of
something
find,
I would enjoy if it wasn't for these characters that they portrayed really well, I think.
yeah. I think people just find it weird when filler comes in when you think when you see that they have the content to work from the manga, you know, but they decide to put filler in
Yeah.
anyway. That doesn't really enhance anything.
I think,
But
sadly, Our No Exorcist was one of those things that just got an anime way too soon. If they'd
yeah,
waited another year, they probably would have had enough content for maybe a 13-episode
yeah,
anime that would have been
yeah.
absolutely excellent.
There really aren't that many
But
books. I've got 6 of the books out of the moment, and there really aren't that many more. I don't that are currently published. I don't think.
I have up to volume 8, and I
Yeah,
think volume 9 is about to come out in Japan.
yeah.
I don't think it's
So,
quite there yet. So it's not got a lot of stuff to work off of, and I think they did a really good
mm,
job with what they had.
yeah,
But
I
I
know.
kind of wish they had waited a little bit longer. But then again, I
Yeah,
got to enjoy the anime series, and then I get to not know what happens in the manga either, so that's the
yeah,
thing.
I know.
Yeah, I think that's everything. I've been recording for 39 minutes.
I will cut this down the
Have
best I
fun
can.
editing, Kieran. You can put up a long one if you want, I don't mind. So we'll both sign off. You can go and check out part 2 or the second half or whatever of this video over on Kieran's channel, and you should subscribe to him while you're there because he's awesome. And thank you for being here, Kieran.
Well, thank you very much. We'll see you for part 2.
And we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.